So most arborists don't think about stepping back from climbing until something forces the question. It's not because you're weak, and it's not because you failed, but because at some point, age, injury, burnout, or watching a mate get hurt makes them realise that something needs to change. And the hardest part is not usually physical, it's the mental side. Most of us don't wake up one day and decide, yeah, right, I'm done with climbing. We end up here slowly. Sometimes it is age. You've noticed recovery takes longer, niggles hang around, you start thinking further ahead than next week. Sometimes it's burnout. You still love trees, you're just tired of all the grind, the pressure and the pace. And sometimes it's the hard stuff. An injury that changes everything, or watching someone you trust, someone experienced, get seriously hurt. Tree work is high risk, even on a good day. And the longer you're in it, the easier it is to normalise this risk. You've done that cut 1,000 times. You've climbed in worse conditions. You trust the system and you trust yourself. Until something happens. And it's often not to you, but close enough to make it real. That's when people start thinking, how long do I want to rely on luck, timing and my body? And that thought alone can be unsettling. For a lot of arborists, climbing isn't just a job. It's their identity. It's how people know you. It's what you're proud of. It's what you've built all your confidence around. So stepping back doesn't feel like a career decision. It feels personal. Even thinking about it can bring guilt and shame, and a sense that you're someone less than if you're not the one climbing. That mental shift alone is often harder than the physical one. So then there's fear. Not the fear of climbing, the fear of what comes after. What if I step back and regret it? What if I'm not good at anything else? Or what if I lose all respect? Climbing is familiar. Even when it's hard, it's known. So stepping away means uncertainty. And for a lot of people in dangerous jobs, control matters. So fear keeps a lot of people stuck long after their gut is telling them that something needs to change. Pride plays a massive role here too. Arborists are tough. They're problem solvers. They push through. Admitting you're struggling with mentally or questioning your future can feel like a weakness, even when it's not. So people don't talk about it. They just joke it off. They keep climbing. They stay quiet. And this silence is why so many people think that they're the only ones feeling this way, when you're really not. There's also pressures everywhere, from employers, from clients, from the industry in general, but the heaviest pressure usually comes from yourself. You don't want to let anyone down. You don't want to be seen as giving up, and you don't want to lose momentum. So you just keep going, even when something inside is telling you to slow down. That internal pressure is exhausting, and it's rarely acknowledged. So this is what happens when a physically demanding, high-risk job meets real life. Stepping back doesn't mean failure. It doesn't mean that you don't love the industry, and it definitely doesn't mean that you're done. It just means that this conversation needs to happen. So that's what Off the Ropes is about. In the next video, we'll talk about the physical realities, the real paths people take, and what stepping back can actually look like. If this hits close to home, then you're not alone. And if you're comfortable, drop a comment. What made you start thinking about stepping back? These conversations matter more than you think.